Hello everyone, Miss Corinne here. Welcome to the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts Creative Connection called Tall Trees. This video is brought to you by VMFA Early Childhood Education. We are so glad that you're joining us today. In this Creative Connection, you will find that there are songs, story time, a art project, and looking at a piece of artwork from the VMFA Collection. Get ready to follow along during this lesson, but also feel free to pause and replay the video as suits your family or classroom. But for now, we're going to start with our welcome song. If you know our welcome song, you know that we like to raise our hands and wiggle our fingers. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Welcome everybody, let's wave hello. Let's touch our nose and wiggle our toes. Welcome everybody, let's pinch our cheeks and smack our knees and stomp our feet. Welcome everybody, let's wiggle our ears and blink our eyes and clap our hands. Welcome everybody, let's start our class. Wonderful singing, everyone. So, as I said before, this creative connection is called Tall Trees. Can you reach your hands up really, really tall? As far as you can reach? Oh, nice job, super tall. Are the trees outside tall or are they really, really short? Baby trees can be really short, but grown-up trees are really, really tall. Just like the trees behind me are really, really tall. What color are the leaves on the trees right now? What color are the leaves behind me? That's right, they're green. Are leaves on trees green all the time, or do they change colors? That's right, they do change colors. I have a little felt activity to introduce to you that talks about how the leaves change colors and how they change color for each season. So, this is my tree. And does this tree have any leaves on it? No, it doesn't. What season do you think it is when there are no leaves on the trees and when it is really cold outside? You might even see some snow. That's right. It could be winter time, right? Awesome. Next, it starts getting a little bit warmer outside, and you might see some leaves that start growing on the tree. You might also see what are these pink things growing? That's right, flowers that start growing on the tree as well. And you'll start seeing maybe some insects and birds outside. What season do you think this is? That's right, it's springtime in this season. Then after that, some of the flowers might end up falling off the tree, and then you may see some darker leaves that start growing on the tree. Outside, it also starts getting really hot, and you might want to start swimming and playing outside a lot. What season do you think this is? That's right, summer. And guess what? Right now is summer too. That's the season we're in. All right, next, it starts getting a little bit colder outside. The squirrels start collecting nuts. And the leaves start changing colors. They can change yellow and orange and also red and even purple. And it starts getting colder outside. What season do you think this is? Yes, it's fall. And then the leaves start falling all the way off. And we are right back to winter time again. And those are all of the seasons. So it goes winter, spring, summer, and finally fall. And those are the seasons. So we'll be continuing to talk about the trees and the different seasons. And next, Miss April is going to lead you through a story time talking about a wonderful magic tree. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, friends.
Hello friends, I have a story to share with you today about a tree. And the title of my book is Tap the Magic Tree by Christy Matheson. And this is a really fun book because you'll get to help me do a little bit of magic to make the tree change. Because did you know that during the year as the seasons change, trees change too? So we'll have to see what happens to the tree in our story. But before we do, let's make sure we're all ready to listen to the story. Can you click on your listening ears and put on your thinking caps? Zoop! Okay, so let's read Tap the Magic Tree. So let's take a look and see what our tree looks like at the beginning of our story. What do you notice about this tree? That's right, it doesn't have any leaves. And there aren't any animals living in the tree. It looks kind of bare and lonely, doesn't it? So let's see if we can help the tree. There's magic in this bare brown tree. Tap it once, turn the page to see. So I'm going to tap the picture of the tree in my book, but if you don't have this book with you, you can either put your hand up for your tree, or you can ask a grown-up to hold their hand up, and our arms are going to be our trunks, and our fingers are the branches of the tree, okay? So I'm going to tap the tree in the book, but when you do it, you can either tap your hand or a grown-up's hand just like this. Tap, okay? Ready to do it with me? So let's all give our trees one tap, tap. Do you think that did anything? Let's find out. Do you notice anything different about our tree? That's right, there's one green leaf growing on our tree now. Tap again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's give it 4 more taps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if that did anything. Look, that's right, we have 4 more leaves on our tree. Now, tap again. Even more. All right, we're going to do a lot of tapping. Are you ready? Tap, 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 and stop. All right, let's see what that did. Wow, look at all of the green leaves on our tree. So I think this is springtime because that's the season of the year when green leaves start to grow on trees again. All right, rub the tree to make it warm. So I'm going to rub my tree trunk, but remember at home, if you're using your arm, you can rub your tree trunk, or if you're using a grown-up's arm, you can rub a grown-up's arm gently to warm your tree. Okay, let's see what that does to our tree. Everybody rub your trees to make it warm. Oh, wow. Do you see what happened? I think you guys really are doing some magic. That's right. There are pink flower buds growing on our tree now. I wonder what kind of tree this is. Touch each bud and see what forms. So as we touch the buds, let's count them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good counting. All right, let's see what happens next. Can you see the tree? That's right. When we touched the buds, we made the flowers bloom. Do you see anything else around our tree? That's right, there are some bees buzzing around the tree. I think when the flowers bloomed, it attracted the bees. So at home, can you pretend that bees are buzzing around your tree? Maybe they're buzzing in and out of your branches. Ready? Good job. All right, now give the tree a little jiggle. Can you jiggle and wiggle your tree? Whoa! You jiggled the flowers right off the tree. Look at all the pink petals falling to the ground. Do you notice anything about the leaves in the tree? That's right. Some of them are starting to turn dark green. That's it. Now make your fingers wiggle. Can you wiggle your fingers? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle on the tree. Whoa, look at that. Now almost all of our leaves are dark green. And I think I see something new growing in the tree. Can you spy it? That's right. Look at these green apples hiding in the green leaves. So our tree is an apple tree. Brush away the petals. Swish. Can you brush away the petals and go swish? Let's do it again. Swish. And blow the tree a tiny kiss. All right, let's see what our kiss does to the tree. Whoa, look what your kiss did. Your love that you blew to the tree changed the apples. What color are they now? That's right, they're red apples. And now I think the season has changed to summertime. All right, shake the tree. And if you're at home, you can shake your tree. Shake the tree. Plop, 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 kerr, plop. Look what happened. We shook the apples right off the tree. Except for one. One got stuck right there in the trunk. And also, look closely at the leaves. Do you notice anything about the color? That's right, some of them are starting to turn yellow. All right, knock, knock on the trunk, then stop. So let's knock 3 times on the trunk. So remember at home, your arm is your trunk, so you'll go knock, knock, knock. All right, let's knock 3 times together. Ready? Knock, 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 then stop. Whoa! Knocking on the tree turned all of the leaves yellow. Do you see any animals around the tree? That's right, there's a little squirrel. And look, he just finished eating an apple. All that's left is the core. Pat the leaves. Be gentle, please. All right, we're going to gently give our tree pat, 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 pat. Let's see what that does. Do you see our leaves now? Look at all the colors. That's right, I'm hearing people say yellow and orange and red. I think it's fall or autumn because that's the season when the leaves start to change colors. Aha! Now blow a whooshing breeze. Can you blow a breeze? Send it to your tree. Let's see what happens. Whoa, look what you did. You blew the leaves right off the tree. All right, clap your hands to bring. Let's clap our hands 3 times. Ready? Clap, clap, clap. What did your clapping bring? That's right. The snow. Look at all of the snowflakes falling on the tree. Can you make some snowflakes fall gently and quietly on your tree? Good job. All right, it looks like it's turning into winter. Okay, be patient. Our tree still has some snow, but also some ice, so it's really cold. Brr. Wait, don't go. So if you look, our tree kind of looks like it did at the beginning of our story. It doesn't have any leaves or flowers growing in it, just its bare brown branches. But I do see something flying towards the tree. Can you see it? That's right, it's a bluebird. And can you see what's in the bluebird's beak? Yeah, a little stick or a twig. I wonder what the bluebird's going to do with that. Let's find out. Can you see? Look in the tree. That's right. The bluebird used those twigs to make a nest. And can you see the blue egg in the nest? Yeah. All right, close your eyes and count to 10. Ready to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what happens. Look at our tree. Do you see the nest? That's right. The egg has hatched and there's a baby bluebird in the nest. But what else do you notice about our tree? That's right, it has 3 green leaves. So it looks like springtime has begun again. Magic, it begins again. And that's the end, my friend. So you can see that during the year, trees can change and they can go from spring to summer to fall and to winter. And then it starts all over again with spring. So you can see that trees are pretty magical. So thank you for helping me to do some magic and for helping to change our tree. All right, I hope you enjoyed our story and I'll see you again soon. Bye, friends.
Hello, VMFA friends. Welcome to our Creative Connections class, Tall Trees. Today I'm going to share a song with you called Tall, Tall Trees. I'll do it once through with all of the movements and you can learn. And when I'm done, I'll do it one more time and we can do it together. So it goes like this. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the springtime, the blossoms grow on me. They open, they open. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the summer, the breezes blow through me. I bend, I bend. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the autumn, the leaves drop off me. They fall, they fall. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the winter, the snowflakes fall on me. I glisten, I glisten. Okay, friends, now if you would like to join me, please get yourself in a nice standing position and make sure there's nothing around you so you can move along. Here we go. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the springtime, the flowers bloom on me. They open, they open. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the summer, the breezes blow through me. I bend, I bend. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the autumn, the leaves drop off me. They fall, they fall. This is my trunk, I'm a tall, tall tree. In the winter time, the snowflakes fall on me. They glisten, they glisten. Well, thank you for joining me today for our song. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Today, we're going to learn an infant rhyme and lap bounce called Apple Tree. So to get ready, you can sit down like this or lean up against a couch or a wall. And if you have a young infant, they can lie down securely between your legs. Or if you have a little bit of an older infant and they can correct their head position, they can sit up in your lap like this. Now, if your child's a little bit bigger and they can't bounce in your lap, then you guys can sit alongside each other and get some stuffed animals and follow along with the movements in that way. So this rhyme has some special movements that go along with each verse. So I'll do the rhyme slowly and show you the movements, and then we can repeat it again. So the first line goes like this. Way up high in the apple tree, and you can lift your baby up high with your knees, or you can lift them up. And you say, 2 little apples smiled at me. And then you do a big smile. So I shook the tree as hard as I could. Shake, 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 shake. Boop! Down came the apple. And then you rub the tummy and you say, it was good. So there's kind of a controlled drop down between the knees. Okay, let's try and do it again. Way up high in the apple tree, 2 little apples smiled at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Whoa! Down came the apple. It was good. Yay!
Hello friends! Today we are going to make a leaf print. Printing is where you make a replica of something. So we are going to be collecting leaves, putting paint on them, and then pressing them against the paper to make a copy of that leaf. But we can choose whatever color we want to make that leaf. So this is an example of the leaf print that I made. But does your leaf print need to look like mine? No, it doesn't. So you're different from me, right? Yes, that's right. So your art is going to be looking wonderfully different from mine. And we all have different types of leaves that we'll find in our yard that are from different types of trees. As you can see, I have lots of different types of leaves that I found in my yard from many different trees, so you can do the same thing when you collect your leaves. I'm going to just set this aside for now. So for parents with infants, I would suggest using a natural paint, and you can find those recipes online or on this lesson, and you can use leaves for your infant to paint with, or you can pre-prep the leaves with some paint and they can do the rubbing and stamping themselves. Alright, so first what you're going to need is a piece of blank white paper or any color paper that you would like. You're going to need some paint, and the colors that I chose are colors that were inspiring me from nature. So a lot of the leaves right now outside are green, right? Yeah, so I have green, I also have yellow and orange and red, and these colors remind me of the fall when the leaves start changing colors and falling off the trees. But you can use any colors of paint that you would like. I also have a brush, and I use a pretty big sized brush here because it's easier to spread the paint on the leaves when it's nice and big. I also have water here to rinse off my brushes so that I can have nice, clear, and colorful paint when I put them on my leaves. And I also have a basket of leaves. I have a little paper towel over top of some of the leaves I collected because I want to make sure that they don't blow away because it's a little bit windy here. All right, and I think that's almost everything. Oh yes, and you're gonna need an extra piece of paper or paper towel to put your leaves on so that you can apply the paint on a separate piece of paper or paper towel before you put them on your actual print. All right, I think we're ready to get started. So first what you're gonna need is to grab one of your leaves. I'm gonna do this nice big heart-shaped leaf, and I'm gonna put it on this piece of paper. I'm going to make sure that it's nice and flat so that it's easy to apply the paint. Then I'm going to grab my big paintbrush, and I think for now I'm going to use the orange paint because it's nice and bright. So I'm just going to get a good amount of orange paint, and then I'm going to start rubbing it on my leaf or applying it. So I want to make sure that I get lots of paint on here because I want to see all the details on this nice big heart-shaped leaf. It's going to be beautiful. All right. I'm going to set my brush to the side. Then I'm going to pick up my leaf, and it might be a little bit flimsy, so you just be careful as you do it. But you can see that there's lots of orange paint. And then I'm going to go plop onto the paper. And then first I'm going to do a little poking here or a little tapping to make sure that my leaf goes down, and then I'm going to start rubbing pretty gently because this leaf is pretty fragile, so I want to be careful with it. but I want to make sure it's nice and flat so all the paint gets on from the leaf onto the paper. And then I'm going to slowly peel up and off. Wow, look! You can see that I have an orange leaf now. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to do one more to make sure that you guys understand how the process goes and the importance of rinsing off your brush. You can also wipe your brush on a paper towel. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to rinse off my brush to make sure all the orange paint comes off of it so that my paint doesn't turn brown. But if you would like your paint to turn brown, feel free to mix all the colors if you want to, because there are brown leaves too. Because in the winter, all the leaves fall off the trees, and then you have brown leaves that are on the ground. All right, so I think the next leaf I'm going to do is this nice pretty leaf. I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to grab green paint this time and put the green paint on this leaf. And remember to put a lot of paint on here so that the print comes out nice and clear. All right. I think that's enough paint. I'm going to set my brush off to the side again and pick up this leaf. I'm very excited to see how this will look. And then I'm going to go plop. Oop, it stuck to my finger. Plop. And I'm going to go tap, 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 tap. And then I'm going to go rub, rub, rub. And it's kind of fun to press the stem of the leaf down too so that you get part of the stem on there. And I think it's about good now. And then I'm going to grab the stem and I'm going to go whoop. And look, here is my nice pretty green leaf. All right, my friends, so this is our leaf printing project. I hope you have fun. Feel free to make as many prints as you would like. You can also overlap your leaves and mix colors and add more colors to make it really fun and interesting. All right, thanks for joining me today. Bye.
Today, we are looking at a sculpture named Bloodline the Matriarchs by the artist Holly Wilson. Holly Wilson is a Native American artist who makes sculptures out of lots of different materials, and sometimes she uses natural materials, which are things that you can find outside in nature. So you might have made artwork before that uses materials that you find outside in nature too. Do you know what a Native American is? Well, when we say Native American, we're actually talking about a lot of different groups of people who even have different languages. And these people live all across America. And these groups all lived in America for a very long time before any other people arrived here. And they still live here today. So our artist, Holly Wilson, is a part of both the Delaware Nation and the Cherokee. And these are two different groups that are both Native American. So this sculpture has a lot of long words in the title. Bloodline the Matriarchs. Have you ever heard the word bloodline? Well, let's clap it. Bloodline. So bloodline actually means all of the family members that lead to you. So that could mean your mom, and your mom's mom, and your mom's mom's mom, and your mom's 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 mom, and so on and so on and so on. So in this artwork, Holly Wilson could be thinking about her family, and she could be thinking about all these people that came before her who were part of the Delaware and the Cherokee people. So next is the word matriarchs. Now this is really long, so let's clap this too. Matriarchs. So this word is actually connected to the word mother. And a matriarch is an older woman or a mother who is a leader, and they're either a leader of a group or of a family. Can you think of anyone who's a matriarch? All right, I think we're ready to take a closer look at this sculpture. What do you see? Do you see any people in this sculpture? What are the people doing? What do you think that this sculpture is made out of? Do you see any materials that came out of nature that are in this sculpture? Do you ever make art using materials that you get from nature outside? What does it mean to you when you make art out of nature? What do you think it means to this artist to use objects from nature in her sculpture? Why do you think this artist put the word bloodline in the title? Do you see a bloodline? Why do you think the artist used the word matriarchs? Is there a part of this sculpture that is about matriarchs? Those are all of the questions that I have today, but feel free to pause the video and take more time thinking about the art that you see.
Thank you for joining us for another Creative Connection. We've had lots of fun spending time with you learning about trees, and we hope you enjoyed our story and song and looking closely at a work of art, and that you'll try our art project. So before we go, let's all sing our goodbye song together. Can you put your hands up and give your fingers a wiggle? Okay, here we go. Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Now it's time to say goodbye. Give a smile and a high five. Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. So thank you again for joining us, and I hope that each of you will take some time to look closely at the trees that are growing near where you live, and really look close, because just like people, no two trees are exactly alike. So I hope that you can find the magic in the trees around you. So we hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, friends.